Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by Remington Rand, makers of the world's #1 electric shaver, the Remington. Now, let's all play What's My Line?
And now let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the popular Broadway columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers from coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'd like to introduce another panel member who will be wearing shoes tonight for the first time in several weeks because Gino Prato just brought them back from Italy, Mr. Fred Allen.
Thank you very much. May I present a young lady who has recently invented a new television quiz show. It's bigger than the $64,000 question. It's bigger than the big surprise. The winner on her new TV quiz is going to get 1 share of Ford stock. And here she is, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman whose name has been romantically linked with that of his wife, the lovely Phyllis, Mr. Bennett Clerk.
We are taller when we stand up, aren't we? I have the pleasure of introducing our panel moderator, the famous news analyst and general obfuscator, Mr. John Charles Davis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What's My Line. As you see, we opened things differently tonight because we had a lot of letters from a lot of nice people saying we always wondered what the girls wore, and this was to let them have a chance to see what the girls wore. Once again tonight, we're up to the usual tricks. However, we have some nice people here with some interesting occupations, and we trust that the occupations will give my friends on the panel some trouble. We'll also have a famous guest challenger a bit later on. But, panel, are you all ready?
Yes, Mr. Daly.
Well,
I
thank
speak
you.
for everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. I think that it's time for them to meet the first challenger whose line has to be spotted. Will you sign in, please, sir? Tor. Right, sir? Mr. Torres, I just wanted to get a good look at your handwriting and tell the panel it's firm and bold. And actually, to save a little time, I'll ask you to come on over and sit down with me, if you will. Thank you, Mr. Nick. Right here, sir. And one first question. Where are you from?
From Washington, D.C.
Oh, you live down in Washington.
Yes.
Good. And are you familiar with our scoring operations?
Well,
How we score this,
Yes.
Did a job here?
Partly.
All right. All those things having been taken care of, then let's let the people at home and our friends here in the theater know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, I will tell you that Mr. Torres is salaried, and with that, let's begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Mr. Tor, it isn't Mr. Tor, it's Mr. Tor.
Torres.
It's Mr. Tor.
Mr. Torres. Right, sir?
Walla Walla.
Yes.
Mr. Tor. Feels though I'm talking baby talk. Do you deal in...
Yes, I guess so.
Is there any product connected with what you do?
No. That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Sir.
Mr. Torres, you say you come from Washington. Does that mean that what you do is done principally in Washington?
Yes, that's right.
Would it have anything whatever to do with governmental work?
Yes, it does.
You are then in the salary of some government. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Is it a government other than that of the United States?
Yes, I think you're pretty near it.
Would it be the government of one of the Scandinavian countries?
Well, anyhow, very close to Scandinavian.
Danish?
Don't get them that much.
I included Denmark with the...
Oh, fine. Well, all right. The point has been made anyway, Bennett. You go ahead.
Is it Denmark?
No. Is it Denmark? That's fine. 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
I wish I were better at geography. It is a cold country, though.
Well, sometimes.
Are the nights very long?
Yes, they can be quite long.
Well, is it someplace like Iceland? Greenland? Iceland? Well, is it Iceland?
Is it Iceland? Is that your question? Is it
I
Iceland?
guess it better be, because that's really what I was thinking of. Yes.
That's your question.
Yes.
I give up.
Yes, Iceland is the country. Now, what does Mr. Torres have to do with Iceland?
Well, are you a member of an embassy?
Yes.
Are you the ambassador from Iceland?
Yes. Now, with Mr. Torres' permission, I will tell you the little trap we thought we'd set for you. Mr. Torres is also the ambassador to the United Nations for Iceland, and we hope that the combination of having Mr. Torres here in New York and the UN here in New York would get you to the UN, and then we'd admit he was the ambassador to the UN and say, but that's not what he does, you see. But you fooled us.
Can he stay in Iceland with his name, the Thaw name, endanger the...
Oh, actually, that'd be kind of interesting. So where does the name Torres derive?
Torres, you know, Thor was the old northern god of thunder and warfare.
Are you as thunderous and...
No, I'm a very peaceful man.
Very peaceful man, even if you have it twice in your name. Well, Mr. Ambassador, it was very nice of you to honor us with your presence, and I think that my friends on the panel would very much appreciate an opportunity.
Before Mr. Torres leaves, I wish he'd do me one great favor and tell me how he pronounces the capital of Iceland.
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik?
Yes, you said it quite well.
Reykjavik.
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 You planning on going there for a lecture, Bennett?
Yes, all we have to do is ask me.
Well, you might get one. Mr. Torres, thank you very much for being our guest, and would you say hello
Thank
to
you
the
very
panel?
much. I'm sorry it was so easy.
So am I, sir. Nice to have you. All righty, panel, I must give you A for effort and also A for achievement. But let's see what you can do with another challenger. Will you sign in, please, ma'am?
Are we going to have conferences on this one?
Betsy Sherman. Is that right? Is it Miss or Mrs.? It's Miss. Where are you from, Miss Sherman?
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, that's a long way away, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's nice of you to have come this far to see us, but I hope you won't mind the small addition journey. Would you walk down in front of the panel so they can see you, please?
No.
All right, over here, if you will, Miss Sherman, and sit right down next to me. And I would ask you, first of all, if you are familiar with our scoring system.
I am.
Well, you know, I sat down here, and here was this lovely big red apple. I don't know who it's for, but you can have it.
Thank you.
Teacher. Well, if you know how we score this thing, let's let the folks at home, those here in the theater with us, know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, Miss Sherman is salaried also, and let's begin the general questioning with Fred Allen.
Do you, Miss Sherman, do you work in Los Angeles?
Yes, I do.
You do. Do you deal in services?
Yes.
Are your services available for women and for men?
Yes.
Do you have an office?
Yes.
Do you...
Are you going?
Who's watching The Office while you're here? Are you, do you wear something other than what you wear now when you not that I don't approve of what you have on now. But do you wear a uniform of any sort?
I usually wear a dress, but I think this is a little bit more elaborate than usual.
More elaborate?
Yes.
You're not in any form of show business, are you?
No.
You're not.
Yes, Miss Sherman is not.
It's not. I'm still alive then.
Yeah, you're still alive.
That's news to me, John. I thought.
Oh, I figured it.
Do you? Do people come to you for your to dispense your services?
Yes.
They do come to you by appointment.
Sometimes.
I mean, can they just walk in at the whim if they're passing by on the whim?
No.
Do you touch them in any way?
Please.
Oh, I did.
You were carried away there for a minute.
Yes, I was. I was going downhill verbally.
Actually, the question was, can they just drop by?
Yes, when the whim.
When they walk, when the wind starts. This requires a conference.
10 seconds.
Mitchell might have been right.
Mr. Allen, we, in the interest of fairness, would like to revise the reply to the next preceding question.
I passed, John. I'm going to get it.
All right, we won't score against you because the answer actually somebody could drop in if they so will. So we'll give you an affirmative reply on that. And you pass, do you?
Yes, I pass.
All right.
I want to sit on my laurels. They're very soft.
Miss Francis?
Can a man and woman come to see you together?
Yes.
Are they ever brought by anybody?
Carried in, you mean?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Do you have anything at all to do with the law? I don't mean avoiding it.
You mean as somebody who is
Somebody
connected-
who is a law-abiding citizen might use Miss Sherman's services if something wrong, something had gone amiss.
Well,
Why don't I clarify that, shall I? Before you do.
Well, no, I tell you, to be quite honest, in the terms which you just set down, a law-abiding citizen might, because something was amiss, but not necessarily criminal or fundamentally illegal,
Yes.
but something being amiss, they might come, I believe, to
Thank
Miss Sherman.
What I really meant is, does Miss Sherman have anything to do with detecting in any way?
No, I don't think so, no. 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Stern.
Miss Sherman, when people come to you, do you dispense some kind of advice to them? You sometimes tell them a course of action they can pursue to their advantage?
Sometimes.
Would this service that you perform be in any way connected with marriage?
No.
No.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Gilgallen.
Do you make people happier, Miss Sherman? Sometimes. Or is it possible that someone could avail himself of your service and not be happier?
Well, I would say that there are instances when people who might be the recipient of Miss Sherman's services might not be happy themselves. Yeah.
Now, you have said that men and women could visit you together. Could they also come to you separately? Do you work in your office in the daytime more than at night? Do people require you to do something in connection with paper? Yes. Do you have anything to do with banking or income tax? No.
No, I wouldn't think so. 3 down and 7 to go, and I'm going to give you 1 more minute, panel, because you were, I think, lost on
Do
this.
you have anything to do with the motion picture studios?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Francis.
Would children be able to use your services?
No.
5 down and 5
thinking
to
of
go,
Fred.
Mr. Stern.
You don't work in a barber shop.
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Miss Gilgallen.
Is there any product involved in what you do? No.
7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Allen.
You work for a profit-making organization?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it your own business? Do you control your own business? You work for somebody?
Well, then which would you like to ask?
Is it your own business?
Is it your own business?
It's none of my business.
Yeah, sure.
I'm salaried.
Which we announced earlier, so that would flip the card to another no, and 1 more try, Miss
Would
Francis.
insurance of any kind have to do with your work?
Gee, no. No, we'll flip all of them, and this is going to surprise you. I might say I wouldn't mind paying mine under these circumstances, because Miss Sherman is a bill collector.
Oh.
Do people go to bill collectors? I thought bill collectors
to
always
go and
went
get
to
the
people.
bill collector to go and collect the bill.
Oh, of course. I never thought.
Remember, somebody's got to bring the bill to the bill to get the bill collected. And also, Miss Sherman explained to me very often they call up on the phone, and the people who owe the little stipend come in very nicely and pay it in, you know, which is awfully good of them, I think, don't you? Where is it with the, what else do you use?
National Credit Exchange in Los Angeles.
The National Credit Exchange. So if you must owe money and need it collected, call Miss Sherman. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Miss Sherman, and nice to meet you. Well, that kind of evens up the score panel, and we'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment. But first, here's Dick Stark with a word from Remington Rand.
It happens every day in your own hometown. A man starts to pass a store window, stops, looks in, and there before him is the way to a cleaner, faster shave. Now, this is what he sees. A man-sized Remington electric shaver. One look at the business end of a Remington, and you can see why you'll get a cleaner, faster shave. You just can't miss with 3 shaving heads. And only Remington has 3 shaving heads to give you a cleaner, faster shave as easy as 1, 2, 3. You just can't miss with the Remington because each of those shaving heads passes over your face one after the other to take every whisker off clean and close. Why, a single stroke with this man-sized Remington shaves you better than half a dozen strokes with a shaver with only 1 or 2 small, narrow heads. You know, the Remington shaves so clean, it can actually shave the short, close fuzz off a peach without ever harming its tender skin. Now, here you see the guard has been removed so that you can really see that peach fuzz fall. And there is proof that the Remington will give you a clean shave. But, of course, the real proof is on your own face, on your own beard. So here's what I wish you'd do. Stop in at your nearest Remington dealer, pick up a Remington, take it home on the 14-day free trial plan. You'll find most dealers offer that plan. And be sure you bring in your old standard make electric shaver. It's worth $7.50 as a trade-in. Now, I want to make you a promise. No matter what your present shaving method, be it wet or dry, you'll get a cleaner, faster shave with the man-sized Remington electric shaver. What's more, you'll learn for yourself why Remington has made and sold more than 15 million electric shavers, more than any other make. And remember, here's a tip for the ladies. Christmas is coming soon, so for a peach of a gift, you just can't miss with a Remington.
Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my friends on the panel are all masked. And the masks are all in place, are they, panel?
Yes.
Wow, all right, will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Bennett, sir.
Well, that immediate recognition by the audience almost always means somebody in show business. Am I on the right track when I ask you, are you a show business character?
Yes, it's a yes answer. That's still gallant.
Are you a comedian?
Mr. Allen?
Are you employed in New York at the moment?
Miss Francis?
In television? Is that yes or no?
Yes, that was a yes.
Are you employed in television? No.
That's a yes, too, Mr. Sir.
I guess somebody I've been waiting for a long time. Have you got a show of your own, sir?
Miss Gilgallen?
Was that a yes?
Yeah, that was a yes.
I couldn't get it.
It was strained through an apple.
Are you, you're not a comedian?
He is a comedian.
Oh, he is a comedian.
Ruling it here.
Oh, I thought I got to know the comedian.
No, I'm the comedian. He's the other.
I mean, that man out there, is he a comedian?
Yeah,
John.
yeah.
Oh, I thought I got to know. Excuse me. Does your show emanate from New York?
That's a yes, Mr. Allen?
Is it a weekly show? Every 7 days. I don't mean that.
Next week, I'm going to get a jug of cider. It'll be easier. Miss Francis?
Do you wear a uniform familiar to one and all in it?
Yes, you darling.
Well, go ahead.
Keep them on a little while. Do you ever have anything to do with a banana?
The top one.
The top one. Bless your heart, Bennett, yes.
Oh.
This voice of mine.
All right, do
I
it.
could say hello from the street and they'd know me.
Are you
Do it in unison, panel.
Phil?
Phil, this is right. Famous Sergeant Bilko of You Never Get Rich on this network on Tuesday night.
Yes.
And this man has got the finest squad you ever saw. We had a Banshees luncheon this week in New York, which is a kind of get-together of journalists and fraternities. And Phil came and brought his squad, and this is the likeliest squad. But the thing that I think gave Phil the biggest kick of all was they were there with the drum and bugle corps and the crack marching team from Fort Monmouth. They really looked great.
We knocked them out of the box.
Knocked them out of the box.
It's very frustrating. I'm dying to talk, but in the beginning part of my little excellent spot, these four dear people are very close friends of mine. I was at a party with Bennett only the other night. He says, when you coming on? What's my line? I said, they just don't want me, Bennett. Arlene, of course, cooks for me all the time. And that chap there,
Gino.
oh, Four Eyes. We eat at Gino's every other night. It's a little Italian restaurant. I think Fred doesn't particularly care for the food, which is excellent. But he has a hope that Lala Brigida will walk in one night. And of course, Dorothy, need I say more? Need I say more? But Dick is very understanding. He's been very good about it.
Well, Phil,
Let's talk about how great my show is. That would be a nice show.
Well, I must say this. I don't think that many people in our audience need to be told, because good heavens knows it made every column and radio critic in the country that you kind of broke through a ceiling level this past week.
I'm very proud would be an inadequate word. It's a gratifying thing. It's really wonderful. Have we got time?
Sure.
Can I tell you how I knew we were breaking through, really? Because this is a new world of decimal points suddenly. I come in Wednesday, nobody says it was a good show. They said you went up 3 points. You know? And so I was walking in a state of shock Wednesday morning, afraid to call in about the Trendex rating. And there was a little girl walking up. It just dawns on me. I'm supposed to tell this story to Ed Morrow.
Tomorrow. You can't leave us hanging up here now. You got to.
All right. So this little girl, she was walking a Great Dane up the street, up Park Avenue. And it was a frisky kind of a puppy Great Dane, and the dog got the end of the leash in its mouth and was pulling the little girl. And I thought the little girl was about 13, perhaps. You know, it's tough to tell kids' ages these days. About 13 to 15, I don't know. And Fred, I wanted to say that standard joke, who's taking who for a walk, you know? But many of my friends have children. I'm kind of devoted to children. I know the instructions home, don't talk to strangers. And I figured this kid this age would not have probably known me, and I didn't want to shock her, so I let the joke pass. But the dog kind of pulled us alongside of each other, and this little girl looked up at me and said, "Hiya, Sarge." Well, that pleased me, so, it's got a long time to go in. So, I said, do you see my show? She says, your real name, Sarge? Are you flirting or give me instructions? I said, that's my name on the show, Sarge. My name is Phil Silver. She says, I've heard that name. She said, I saw you last night. I almost bust laughing. And I said, well, don't control it, dear. Let it come out. But remember, she's a little girl. And so I said, well, you couldn't have heard of me, dear. She says, yes, I do something with bananas. Hot Banana, I said, was a show I was in, and you're too young to know about it. I said, I did another show called High Button Shoes, and I've been in some motion pictures, little girl, and so you would... She says, what is this little girl bit? She says, I just come back from Reno.
Yes, Fred.
She's waiting for me in the car, if that's what you're going to ask.
I just wanted to tell Phil that dog was Lassie.
What's his rating these days?
Very good for a dog.
Well, I'll knock him out, too.
Well, all I can say, Phil, is that actually all of us who've known you for the many years and seen you breast his tides are happy as we can be about it. You've deserved it for a long time, and it's nice to call
Well,
up
in
with
this,
you.
I'm the wealthiest comedian in show business. I have the nicest friends.
Yeah, you've got lots
Thank
of them,
you,
too.
John.
Thanks very much, Phil. Will you say good night to the panel, too, please? And that just goes to prove that anything can happen in television. And by the way, this is a night when we not only have celebrities, that term is now used in a very broad sense, of course, to cover all kinds of human endeavor on the stage, we have one off the stage. And it's nice to have him here with us. He's just won a signal political victory. He's been known before in other endeavors besides that of politics, but the governor-elect of the great state of Kentucky, Albert Benjamin Happy Chandler, is here with us in the theater. Thank you. Very nice to have you with us. And, panel, I must say that I'm a little disappointed we didn't have the opportunity to throw a very tricky challenger at you, but happily it's somebody who lives in this near area, and we'll be able to do it at another time. We'll be back in just a moment, but first, here's a word from Remington Rand.
She's doing her Christmas hitting early.
Santa, dear, do be nice. Get me a divine new Remington Duchess. Everyone says it's the first truly feminine electric shaver ever made. It is. I tried it. It's positively the only shaver especially curved for legs and for underarms, too. The Duchess gives one that naturally smooth look. Either color would be lovely, Santa. A peppermint pink or a Duchess blue Remington Duchess.
And now, before our panel says goodnight, may I remind you to tune in again next Sunday evening at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when once again we invite you to play What's My Line? For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series.
It was given to Sue. Now the whole family uses it. This new Remington Quiet Writer. No other portable has so many features. None is easier to buy. Only $1 weekly after a small down payment. So see your nearby Remington dealer. While you're there, ask for this free booklet, At Your Fingertips. 24 pages of information on the values of a portable at home and at school. Ask your Remington portable dealer for a copy of At Your Fingertips.
Well, this is a night that actually is full of surprises because I just gotten one myself. And I don't think we ought to keep it from you much longer. So to be sure that you get your surprise, all I have to say is, until next week, this is John Daly saying good night, Miss Dorothy.
Good night, John. I'm wearing my mask as a hat because it was made by Lily Dashay. Good night, Fred.
Good night. Good night, what I can see of you, Dorothy. And good night, Arlene. John, I could have guessed Governor Chandler. You didn't give me a chance. I knew his line.
I'm sorry, Miss Dashay, I can't wear it as a beard. Good night, Bettis.
I'm wearing my suit because it was made by Arco McNaughton. Good night, John.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
Travel arrangements on What's My Line are made for American Airlines. American Airlines flies our contestants from luxurious comfort for DC-7 flagship.